Hiya folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I thought I'd try doing something just a little bit different today. See, at some point it gets very difficult for me to find any good scenarios because, let's be honest, a lot of the really big ones are a few years old and some people are still publishing but they don't get as much attention as they used to. So today I decided let's try a total roll of the dice. I'm going to take the absolute youngest, most babby scenario on the Steam Workshop and we're going to roll with it. So today we're going to be playing with Forced Ascension by Ack. This scenario is literally less than an hour old from the time that I am recording it, and it's going to go live as of, well, for you today, for me tomorrow. So, yeah, pretty quick turnaround. Let's see how this goes. For too long, misspelled, humanity has lived on the earth without seeing the bliss of the heavens. Now, however, a daring group of ascended individuals have come up with a solution, a pathogen designed to spread across the world and bring enlightenment upon all who fall ill. I like this solution. Brilliant solution. Hopefully no one dies. You must guide this pathogen so it can spread and save humanity from their ignorance. Lots of tweaked stuff. Oh, praise Pravus. Hey, it's one of mine. Oh, it's a bioweapon. Ooh, okay. Okay, by enlightenment, do we mean death? Okay, is it the ascension of death? Is that how that's going to work? Because I'm pretty sure it is. ATP-Bist, Darwinist, Aquacytic, Extremophile, and Symptostasis. Let's give it a go. I'm not doing that on Mega Brutal. I don't even know how well balanced this is going to be. I haven't done a bioweapon in forever. All right, let's give this a go. The world shall rejoice, for the lords above have deemed us worthy. Soon we shall all join them in eternal peace, and all shall be well. The process won't be easy, however, as we will kick and scream until we see the magnificent light of the truth. Yes, like unenlightened children. I understand how this works. All right. So bioweapon, God, it's been a while. So bioweapon is going to be ramping up in its lethality and such. Normally you have to rely very heavily on abilities to get around that, but let's see what I have to work with. We've got zoonotic shift, blood, air, and water. Okay, that's a little different. Nausea, insomnia, cysts, anemia, rash, and coughing are normal, but I can see already something's been rearranged here. So I'm not sure if there's something new or if we're just like moving things around and claiming that's a tweak. Let's find out. Environmental hardening is an option for us. That's not normal, I think, but okay. Drug resistance, and then we have the ascendancy slowdown. We have the breakdown, and we have the obfuscation. Presumably, both of these, or sorry, all three of these are the normal setup for the bioweapon, which is going to slow down the lethality ramp up. But let's just go ahead and start with some of the basics and stuff, start building up some transmission. We'll keep an eye on that and see if I can't slow it down a little bit. That's the thing about the bioweapon, like the extra lethality that you build up passively can be very, very, very helpful. But it also can really mess you up if you are not prepared at the right time. So we gotta be ready for that. Let's go for the rash. Let's go for, oh, that's not sweating, that's flaking. The skin begins to flake away in large swaths. Slight E, increasing severity and effectiveness in arid environments. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce semicolon, okay? It's not a thing for me. Cracking! Skin begins to crack, revealing the flesh underneath has begun to glow? Ooh, okay, this just took a bit of a twist. We actually are changing up the genetic makeup of people. We're turning them into weird radioactive energy beings. I love it. Let's go ahead and pick up the cracking and see what happens. Epidermal necrolysis. Large swaths of infected tissue begin to fall off, further revealing the glowing flesh underneath. Glowing sections of flesh remain infectious even after ascension. So that'll be my necrosis, which is obviously great. So far this is actually normal. It's just rearranged in an odd way. What is sneezing doing down over here, though? That's also really infective for 6 DNA. Good God. I'm getting that for sure. Frick me, give me the sneezing. So congestion is up over here instead. All right, so we have coughing, then congestion. So pathogen buildup in the nasal cavity causes congestion, slightly increasing infectivity, while also improving the cold regions. So that's kind of like a poor man's, I guess, pneumonia? Which is fine, I'll take it. Pulmonary fibrosis feels kind of normal. Okay. Yeah, things have definitely been rearranged just a little bit. We need to get some more air transmission and water transmission going for us, though, so we can get out of Saudi Arabia and get to different parts of the world. Now that we're in the USA, getting things like a drug resistance would be good. We're going to be starting to get around in places like Europe here in just a little bit. Anemia mutates for free. Fine with that. How are we doing on lethality? It is building, but still relatively minor so far, so I'm not feeling that scared. I do think drug resistance and some environmental hardening is going to be a next priority. Since we are going to start getting into the rich countries, we haven't quite gotten into Russia yet, which worries me a little. Let's pick this up. That leads to, oh, now we have cold resistance and heat resistance. Interesting. Okay, so I'm trying to remember exactly how these work, right? So this reduces the rate that the compounds crucial for ascension are produced. Presumably this slows down the ramp up, reduces ascendancy, this cuts back on lethality, and this pauses the lethality, I think. So I'm going to do a pause for the moment, and then we're going to just continue focusing on other stuff instead. What's this down here? Clouded plasma. Disease targets and destroys the immune cells, leading to a buildup of debris within the blood plasma. Okay. Good in the poor and rural regions. Could be useful for me later. Insomnia and stuff, nausea. I mean, that's all good. Coughing. It's pretty good for 4 DNA. Pharyngitis. The trachea and esophagus become inflamed, leading to a sore throat and less air reaching the lungs. Again, these are pretty good amounts of infectivity. Like, it's very hard for me to be upset about some of these symptoms when they're going to be that cheap and they give you that much impact. Like, who needs zoonotic shifts? You know what I mean? Like, this is good. This is really good. And that tiny little bit of lethality, technically, that I'm getting right now could get me just a little bit of extra DNA. Maybe. What I am concerned about is whether or not I'm going to be able to spread around in rural areas like Russia, which is why I think I'm going to go for the clouded plasma, even though the severity is now getting uncomfortably high. Increased metabolism, good for a cold acclimation, misspelled there, that's fine. Ichor, specialized enzymes break down the hemoglobin, reducing oxygen efficiency, incidentally causing the blood begins to grow. Oh, good. Glowy blood. Who doesn't like glowy blood? Okay. Lethality is definitely ramping up still. I'm going to go ahead and slow the rate and also reduce it a little bit. We're going to have to keep spending some DNA here just to keep it under control. Company reveals a revolutionary new food item. Definitely not Slop Inc. has announced the Gene Burger, a burger composed entirely of denim. So far, nobody thinks it was a good idea. Oh, these silly tech billionaires and their crazy ideas and inventions. When will they learn? All right, what do we have left here? So Greenland is obviously still missing, Caribbean, Philippines, and New Guinea. The rest is looking okay, but I don't have some of my normal transmission vectors, which is concerning. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Extreme Bioaerosol because I think I have to take the risk just to try and get things like on boats. We should be getting into places like the Philippines and stuff, I imagine. That'll be fine, in a little bit anyway. Caribbean, probably okay still. Lethality continue to ramp up, which I'm not liking. I think I need to slow it down again, reset, stop, pause. We'll get to the center here eventually. I'd love to get the drug resistance, but let's go for some cold resistance instead, since I don't have any good source of, like, rural transmission to boost up places like Russia, Scandinavia, and so on. We've got to be building up somehow. I'm watching this. I mean, we're getting into New Guinea. Yeah. We just got into the Caribbean. Yeah. Philippines and Greenland. Those are the two that I am relying on here. We're not spreading fast enough in rich countries. I could go for the next level of drug resistance, and I think I will. Lethality so far still not that bad. It is going to be ramping up pretty quickly, though. Russia's starting to get some ground. We got the Philippines, so now it comes down to the usual setup. Are we gonna get into Greenland or no? Before it's all over, please tell me the answer would be yes. I don't know. Good in the poor regions? Glowing bile? What? Pathogen present in the bile processes it into a glowing compound that gets rejected by the body, causing increased vomiting. Gross. Okay. I wonder if there's still things like coma down here at some point. I really want to get the necrolysis, but Norway just shut down their boat. Greenland! We got Greenland! Okay, now we go for necrolysis. All right, that's what I wanted to see. So now, Lethality, go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. I don't even mind. It's going to be great. Let's go for the glowing bile. There's glowing fluid. Slows down research. Seems good. Internal hemorrhaging. Yep, severe internal bleeding, rapid loss of blood may cause ascension. And by ascension, again, we do mean death, it turns out. That's absolutely what we meant. You know, the only way to truly be enlightened is just a sweet release of death. Then you'll truly transcend your mortal coil and understand the nature of the universe. Glowing tears, blindness, blah, blah, blah. I mean, what I really care about here is anything that slows down the cure, which I have started working on here. They're a little bit late, honestly. I mean, I know it's only brutal difficulty, not mega brutal. It's because I'm a little out of practice with this particular disease type, so I don't feel bad about that. I am concerned that they are definitely curing me faster than I would like. Let's go for lab aversion and a genetic recombination just to buy me a little bit of time. That lethality is definitely not great here. Pulmonary fibrosis pickup is good. Getting there in Greenland, I think every country is about to be fully infected, so really it is about ramping up that lethality. Mental ascension. The minds of the infected become set on descending. Majorly boosts infectivity, ascendancy, and the cure requirement while also decreasing cure efficiency. That is literally everything that I was hoping for in one nice, neat little package, so I'll take it. Organ ascension. Disease triggers complete rewrite of organ functions. Now all organs within the body act toward the ultimate goal of ascension. I'd like to know about the glowing thing, though. I mean, the ascension, like, thing is cool and all. Yeah, all right. So we're a weird, crazy cult that's decided everyone has to die. Got it. I like a good death cult as much as the next person. Just look at my channel icon. But someone want to explain to me what the glowing bile and stuff is? Because that feels really important. Yea, verily, pivotal to understanding what is going on in this scenario. Just saying. All right, well, we're getting plenty of DNA still here, which is great. There's also things like overheating. We'll pick up insomnia, hallucinations, pink eye, just anything that reduces it a little bit. Glowing cysts. Ugh, gross. Imagine glowing cysts all over your body. Blah! Blah! Don't like it. We could go for Iker. Yeah, reduce that cure a little bit. After all of that, only 3% change. That's it. That's all you could give me. Fine, whatever. We got plenty of lethality. I mean, this is a decent amount, so we're going to be winning this with a pretty solid score by the end of things. Oh, good. Everyone who's alive, just promptly throw up. Okay? I command you, just get it all out. Get it all out of your system. There you go, little buddy. Up, and they're all dead. There we go. Ascension. Oh, I just noticed that, actually. ASC-3 and Ascension. That's actually kind of clever. Successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Was that the goal all along? I mean, I know it was, but did they know it was? I don't know. 395 days, only 2 stars. That surprises me. 45% cure progress, 59,868. I mean, considering, again, I'm very out of practice with the bioweapon, I think we did pretty well for ourselves. I don't even remember what my Mega Brutal strats are. Overall, yeah, a pretty good scenario. There are a lot of tweaks. A lot of it is following the custom framework that we're used to seeing. A lot of normal symptoms and stuff like that. Some normal transmissions, a few options rearranged and tweaked up. Okay, not as creative maybe there as it could have been, but I will say there is quite a lot of reworking of the individual descriptions and also some changes in stat values. So I will say that while it follows a common framework, generally speaking, there is actually a pretty good amount of customization in this scenario. I think it's actually pretty good. Not bad, actually, considering that I just literally picked this one totally at random. I had no idea what I was going to get. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised. That was solid. Keep it up. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.